Before we look at today's worksheet, our first graded assignment during our remote learning session, I want to talk about the idea of appropriation in art. The goal of our personal art history tours done in class this year is to eventually mix two of the artists or cultures together to create something new. That said, I want you to truly think about the artists, cultures, and time periods that these works were created. I want you to handle this mixing exercise with respect, knowing that the way one handles cultural art, especially as an outsider, can be very dicey. You are all living in your own communal sphere. The people and places around you have shaped your understanding of the world. Now you are being asked to practice the use of your artistic voice. Show your perspective, but know that others will interpret what you have made. Take pride in that. Know that taking from another culture and being inspired by another culture has a thin line separating the two. Follow this thread with me. Although you may have made work inspired by Aboriginal artwork in Art 1, you have not made, quote, Aboriginal, end quote, art because you yourself are not a native person of Australia. At best, you participated in an exercise to gain an appreciation for said culture. To represent it as your own idea or style would be wrong. So what do we take from this? I want everyone to move forward with intent. Know that you are juxtaposing not just pieces of artwork, but also the perspectives of the people that made them. If you don't take the time to learn about your artists or cultures before you engage in the art-making process, you could be working towards an insensitive juxtaposition that you never intended. Though the word appropriation generally has a negative connotation, on a lighter side of this discussion, we can draw inspiration from memes, homages, reproductions, art mimicking art, and television and film. For this week's assignment, I want you to open up and download the Art Fusion process sheet attached on Schoology. Using either Sketchbook or a PDF app of your choosing, fill this document in and submit on Schoology. A new assignment has been made to upload your work. Each step is paired with the checklist. Do this sequentially. First, pick the two artists or cultures that you want to combine. Feel free to change up the artists that you found in class if you have a new idea. Place an image for each and mark down the title of the work. If you can't find a title, show more than one piece by the artist or culture to represent a body of their work. In the next section, I have provided you with a word web to assist you in thinking about the many ways your chosen artists create their work. Use this to find more information out about your artists. Mark down what you find interesting in the Venn diagram located below. Mark down what the artists have in common and how they are different in order to help you decide how you want to juxtapose them. Hint: we are going to be writing an artist statement at the end of this project discussing the artists we use and how our choices in juxtaposition has changed the meaning of the original work. Now that we have done some research, it's time to start planning our own artwork. First step, per usual, is thumbnail sketches. Take the time to draw out your ideas in small enclosed boxes of different sizes and orientations of your choosing. Remember, the goal here is not detail, but instead figuring out how elements will be arranged on the page. Collage your ideas together and stay loose in this section. Next is the preliminary drawing. If you are in this section, it means that you love one of your thumbnail sketches. Take that composition and up that ratio. Make it bigger. Now that it is a little bigger, we can start playing with and planning light, shadow, texture, and most importantly, shaping. Feel free to use this section to write down ideas for color schemes, mark making, etc. as you plan. Lastly, now that you have organized your thoughts, list out the materials you will need to create your work. What materials will the school have? What materials might you have to collect? Be inspired by artists like Tara Donovan, Andy Goldsworthy, Louise Nevelson, Robert Rauschenberg, that take objects from their surroundings to build their work. For more art instruction, feel free to check out the links below and a few titles from Davis Books by following the instructions attached in the notes. Until next time.